I was a anxiety attachment manifesting my wife that I considered an avoidant attachment, and it was extremely painful. On top of this, I was reading books that told me, hey, it's impossible to overcome this. This is a death sentence, it's a life sentence. I'm going to share why it's not. I no longer identify as a anxiety attachment. I no longer think my wife is an avoidant attachment. In fact, I would consider us both a secure attachment, and I'm going to share with you how to do the same. For those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Joseph Jansen. We are the Manifest Them movement. And the goal here is to help everybody that watches my videos manifest their SP. You can do it no matter your circumstances, how long you've been at this, or any challenges you've had. You can succeed. So really, let's break down. Let's imagine for a second what happens when I identify as an anxiety attachment and I say my wife is an avoidant. Now, these are all assumptions, of course, first off. Second off, what is happening when you fear something? When you're afraid of something, what are you doing? You are pushing the thing from you. You're keeping it at arm's distance. You're stopping that thing from coming close to you in an attempt to protect yourself. In an attempt to protect yourself from some harm or some possible hurt or loss that you may, or love that you may lose. So really, the act of me feeling anxiety towards my person forces my person to behave that way. Because again, life is you. This is why we must change you to change your life. So what do we do then is the next question. How do I change this anxiety I have around relationships? How do I change this dynamic that I have? The key is, and Neville talked about this from the rooftops, and we're going to go into a couple of ways to apply this, but it is the feeling is the secret. A lot of us, we make this such a thinking thing. Let me think about SP more. Let me affirm more. What happens from experience, and don't take my word from it, but reflect back on your experience. What happens when you think of your person a lot? Do you not think of what are they up to? I hope they text me. Past circumstances, problems of fights that you've had, mistakes that happen, regret, maybe heartbreak. The more you think about them, the more that it brings up these things, which doesn't put you in the wish fulfilled. So what's the solution then? To use your mind for its sole purpose, in my opinion, for manifesting. It is to focus on an object so I can be specific. I can think of my wife. That's the purpose of my mind, is to think of the thing that I want to manifest. Then from there, what would the feeling be like if she loved and adored me? If she was chasing me, if she appreciated me so much? A couple of my favorite affirmations. If I contemplate this for a little bit, if you contemplate this for a little bit, you will start catching a mood. That is the feeling that you want to be in. Notice this. The times that you're wanting or craving or desiring for SP, and look back in your relationship, what happened? You noticed in those instances your specific person was further away. You noticed that they appeared more distant. You noticed that you desired for them to love you more, that it was never enough. Because you're seeing life through your state of being. This is what we must change. To he that has, more shall be given to him. To he that doesn't have, the little he does have will be taken from him. So in this statement in the Bible, we see then that in order for us to have a loving relationship, we must give ourselves, we must have a loving relationship. And the thing is we never needed SP for that. It was always done within us. We always experienced a loving relationship within us. All we're doing now is we're taking back our power and not being a victim to outside things. We are choosing to be the creator of our life. You are the creator of your life. And you have the ability to feel the way that you want to feel, regardless of outside circumstances, at any time. Now, it may seem challenging to do so at first, but it still remains the truth that what your state of being is determined by you. Now, you can consciously choose to put yourself in the feeling by asking, what would the feeling be like? You can do what I do, which is to know that the desire is to have and simply fulfill it within you the moment that the desire comes to you or the want comes to you. You can set an affirmation in your mind for 10, 15, 20 seconds and marinate and romanticize the affirmation in your mind and let it sit there. And within a short amount of time, you'll catch the mood. And whatever mood comes from that, you want to stay there. Anytime you're desiring or you're thirsty for your person, fulfill it. Give it to yourself because the feeling comes from within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. What you end up finding is there's nothing that we can do to fulfill this. All we can do is pray. Our only power is that we can pray. This is the only power that we have. The Father doeth the work. The Father works out the circumstances. As is talked about in my favorite saying out of the Bible, when you pray, believe you have received, and it shall be added onto you. Added onto you, which means that you don't do anything. Your part is to feel as though you have it. So the biggest takeaway I want you to take from this video is stop making this a thinking thing. The more you're doing the thinking, you're thinking of things you don't want. Your brain's going off on tangents, thinking of more information and more reasons as to why it doesn't work. Just notice simply, when you have the desire, use your mind to think of the end of what you'd love to experience, and then ask yourself, what would the feeling be like? Or do a scene that implies that it's done with the emphasis on feeling what that feels like to be there. And watch how everything changes for you effortlessly. Your state of consciousness changes. You feel more ideal. You're no longer craving or wanting. All that pain that comes from that leaves you. This is the key. Stay here. I'm telling you, I have helped a lot of people at this point manifest their specific person. And it's because I emphasize the importance of not making this a thinking thing. It's a feeling thing. Your specific person is not separate from you. They are reflecting you. If they were separate from you, changing you wouldn't do anything. Changing your state of being or your inner conversations wouldn't do anything to anything outside of you. But we know from experience that it does. Change you to change your life. Guys, manifesting a specific person is a challenging situation. It's painful. My heart is definitely there with you guys, and I understand. I created the community. It is free. I have 2 calls on there a week where I'm meeting with the members. The community's grown pretty big, and we're answering questions that they have to help them manifest their specific person. I'll leave the link in the description. That way you can join and you can ask the questions that you have so that we can help you manifest your person as well. To wrap up this video, again, when you're wanting, when you're fearing, when you're doing all these things, what you're actually wanting is to feel like you have a loving partner, that they adore you, that they appreciate you, that you're important, that you're safe. This is what you're actually wanting. You don't need them to satisfy this. And in fact, they can't do it for you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Satisfy it. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I think that this person is going to give me? And then once you get that answer, give it to yourself internally. I'm telling you, this is the secret. Make it a mind thing as little as possible and make it a feeling thing as much as possible. And you will drastically improve your state of being, which then you will see movement very quickly. Manifesting the person is the easy thing. It's once you have them back in your life, still remembering to live this way, to fulfill it within, regardless of what you're seeing. That's what can take a little bit more practice. I do have a video up top of how I manifested my wife for more information that I trust will be helpful for you. Please do hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. All of my videos are about helping you manifest your person, tips and tricks that I found that were helpful on my journey of manifesting my wife back. Thanks for watching, guys.